So, Jesus, in this very brief encounter with this woman, already in just a few verses, has taught us that there are times when it is appropriate to break social taboos in order to accomplish a greater purpose that will honor and give glory to the Lord. What those social taboos are, we don't know until we come to them. Who do we need to speak to that the Lord would have us speak to? Who would we never deign to have contact with? Who would we never deign to help? And it's interesting because Jesus, yeah, he was thirsty, but Jesus, we've already seen him make wine out of water. Jesus could have made bread out of the stuff. Jesus could have assuaged his hunger, his thirst, another way, or he could have simply waited longer for his disciples to return with food and drink. Right? This is the same Jesus who went 40 days and nights in the desert, neither eating nor drinking. Jesus could have waited just a little longer, no matter how his belly might have been making sounds and no matter how dry his throat might have been. He could have observed the social taboos and not engaged the woman. But his concern was to communicate the gift of God, the worship of God, the Son of God, and the plan of God for this woman. Jesus cared more for this woman than for the social taboos of his day. According to the rabbis, according to Jesus' colleagues, this woman is always unclean, and she's been unclean from birth. Don't touch her, don't engage her in conversation, and certainly not alone in a well. Don't ask her for anything. Don't take a drink from her. Don't touch the cup that she drinks from. But I dare say that Jesus loved that woman, who was very different from him and in a very different culture. But love and truth and life outweighed the social taboos of the day. We have social taboos in our lives. Our society is filled with social taboos. There are some people who wouldn't cross the street to say hello to me or to you. Maybe there's some people that you wouldn't cross the street. Or maybe there's some people you see coming and you cross the street to get away from them. But no matter what the issue, culture, race, ethnicity, political stance, religious conviction, Jesus shows us that some things are more important than social and cultural taboos.